This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Vauldemare here with more Akiba strip, Undead and Undressed for the PS3. That is definitely a weird thing to say. In the last episode, we found out we're a synthester or whatever, and we're basically a vampire, yet we're walking out in the daylight without the actual cool vampire powers. Anyway, we got this lady with us. We gotta take her to a gaming bar, apparently, so we can hide from these dudes. It's all very Japanesey and strange, let me tell you. Let me see. Okay. I wonder if you can actually talk to people. 50 minutes? Okay. Ah! Okay. So I can talk to powdered milk. So some of this is going to be probably not that important. Jane Does are your generic female characters, it looks like. Foreign tourist. Did she just... Okay then. Alright, anyway. That one I can remember the people and stuff. I was kind of wondering if I could take my picture as this big booby lady. Anyway. Alright, let's kind of skip. We don't really need to talk... Oh, Sega. I hope I don't get flagged for having Sega in the thing. Gee, many Christmas. That happened to me when I tried to record a... oh, what was that game? Yakuza? It's because Sega was in the title, and so Sega's up all my ass saying, you know, you can't start that video. Although if I tried to do it now, it probably wouldn't be so bad, but man, that pissed me off. Did all that recording for nothing. And that's like one of the few games that's not on my channel because YouTube wouldn't allow me to have it.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling excited. Like a muscle man! Strangely energetic. Pretty much back to normal. Pretty much back to normal.
I'm glad to hear it. Don't forget what I told you yesterday. Your body is extremely sensitive now. Exposure to direct sunlight could dissolve you completely.
Have I not been standing in the sun this whole time?
Keep a close eye on your clothing. Don't let yourself get stripped down.
Yeah, apparently getting stripped and tearing your clothes is the thing in this game. I was going through the menus just to mess with stuff, and it's like, if you 100% complete your outfits, they won't tear as easily, and you can keep it as a collection. I'm like, what, tearing? What?
I doubt the men who attacked us yesterday will give up quite so easily.
Is that so if you can play as a female character, is that the same thing? So they're after your clothes, so they're after my clothes, so they're after your underwear? What? That doesn't make sense. So they're after my clothes?
And if they find you, they're going to attack on sight. Of course, there are bound to be those who won't. But I wouldn't count on it. They're here.
This game is so weird.
It's her! We found her! That filthy failure's with her too! Let's smush them both!
They're the same as us. Poor souls with a fatal weakness to sunlight.
They're standing in the sun right now! Ugh. Ah, run away! Let's call the police. Damn, why couldn't they have sent girl... I almost want to say that just because. Yeah. Ah, damn, why couldn't they send girls?
Their sex is not our concern. My mission is to fight them until they're subdued. You should be able to feel it too by now. The power to fight, awakening within you. Come, join me in this battle.
I really have a doubt that the conversations actually are important to anything. Alright, let me fighting, huh? I guess I better man up. I suppose I really don't have much of a choice. Like I said, it's more aesthetic, I assume. Should be more than capable of putting up a fight at this point. Let's take these guys down. Alright, yeah. Combat model? I'm fighting the guy with boxing gloves. Nice. Have tough bodies, so physical punishment alone won't be enough to defeat them. First try targeting specific articles of clothing. What the? Are you serious? We had to destroy their clothes to beat them? Oh, because of direct content. But my face's content is fine. Whatever. Upper body. Goal is to wear down each of their opponent's clothing items, not just shirts and pants, but headgear as well. So they can be directly. Okay, well then your opponent's clothes look pretty scuffed up. When you think of the well, try pulling them off. Press and hold. Okay. Those are the basics. Stripping, wow. Japanese game, you know.
We fight to
Okay,
I'll take that. Hey, I'll take that.
do I have to hold it?
Give me that.
Maybe I just need to keep punching it.
Let's go.
Okay, so I can't.
Let's go.
Ow.
Let's go.
There we go. This is weird. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with this. And then again, as soon as if they have female sisters, I'll be fine with it or some messed up crap like that.
Let's go.
Ow.
Killjoy.
He's in his skivvies! Think about it. Civilian enemies have weapons or arms behind. You can equip change menu. Okay. So you can switch outfits if you run into. You can press hold L1 to straighten your clothes, fully recovering all durability that's lost. Straightening your clothes, huh? Okay. Huh. Okay. Now we're good there.
I'll take that. Do it.
Oh. Okay, I basically just punched this. Ugh. I don't want to see your tidy whities, dude. That's personal. What people do in their own house is their own business. Or where. We're safe for the moment. Don't forget what we learned today. I can see why this wasn't a huge hit.
We won.
Or was it a huge hit? Dot, dot, dot. We did. Somehow. I was so caught up in the moment, I barely noticed how well we were doing. Where did all the strength come from?
Who's that?
Another overly cute and young-looking girl.
You're alive.
Okay. I guess she's my sister.
I hadn't heard from you in 3 days. I thought maybe somebody chipped you off somewhere.
I haven't noticed any of the voice actors for this game yet. Interesting. Usually a lot of anime game studios use the same voice actors, but I've noticed I haven't recognized one yet.
Stare. Who's this lady? She's not part of the Freedom Fighters, is she?
Saved my life. It's complicated. Just a girl who kissed me, that's all. It's complicated.
That usually means you did something you're not proud of and don't want to talk about it.
In this case, I don't know how I'd explain it to a
Anyway,
real person.
You must atone for leaving me alone and worried these past 3 days.
I assume she's a sister. I didn't mean to. It's out of my hands. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to. It was out of my
The present
hands.
situation is thus. There is approximately one little sister standing before you, desiring of a character
That's what I
tea,
thought.
which that shop over there just got in.
So she is your
Your
sister.
mission? Purchase shirt for adorable sister.
You don't sound young, voice actress. You sound like you're 30. I can't exactly say no to that. Please don't let it be expensive. Anything for my adorable little sister. Please don't let it be expensive. Because in real life, I'm very cheap. Even to myself. That's probably why I can save money for as long as I can. Dot, dot, dot. There, we good? That was pricier than I'd ever imagined. Is it to your liking, milady? Well, that was pricier than I
happy now.
imagined.
Thanks, protagonist.
I don't know if sisters actually talk like that. I never had sisters. Being related to her is so damn expensive.
I'll let it go with just a warning expenditure this time. But next time you disappear like that, you'd better be ready to declare bankruptcy.
Eep.
The other freedom fighters have been really worried about you too. So make sure you've got your story straight when you see them.
Is this just like a random gang that just hangs around, calling themselves freedom fighters? I mean, how pretentious can
The
you be?
longer you wait to explain yourself to everyone, the more danger you'll be in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, between you and me, I'm a little embarrassed to see you traipsing about in such shoddy attire.
This is shoddy. This is the coolest scene that was big in the 80s,
Stop
man.
by anytime you're back at base, and I'll give you a makeover. For a small fee, of course. Just something to keep in mind.
What kind of sis are you? Supposed to be pro blanche on
The
this stuff.
present situation, however, is that this sunlight shines far too brightly for a humble shut-in such as I. Therefore, your adorable sister shall now coolly take her leave. I'll see you back at base.
What kind of sister talks like that? Like I said, I don't actually... Eastern Union instead of Western Union?
Your little sister
Weird.
is certainly unique.
That's one way of saying it. Embarrassingly so, yeah, she's pretty much hopeless. Proud to call her my dear sister. That seems like normal teasing right there.
So,
yeah, she's pretty much useless.
Are we far from the headquarters of these Akiba freedom fighters?
You know, siblings like to make
If
fun
we
of each
don't
other all
get
the
moving
time.
soon, we could be attacked again at any moment.
And they're trying to rip my clothes off. How gross. Yeah, I guess we did draw some attention to ourselves. If we head through UD+, we'll be there in no time flat. I'll probably do a little bit more exploring when the game really utilizes exploration. I mean, I could probably run around now, but I'd rather at least get some plot out of the way. Oh wait, I kind of did that last episode, but I'll wait till the game officially says, you can explore. That'll just make it easier. Woo! Did you see me slide into that? Pcha! Right into those stairs. Fell over, hit myself in the face. I gotta admit, the clothes he's wearing is kind of, lightly say the word douchey. Why didn't we just stick together then if we're all going to the same place? Yeah, I got some more mail. Come straight home. No detours. Nana. Everybody's worried about you. I think you should head straight back to base. Don't stop anywhere else. Not even to pee. Okay. Also, there's kind of like the Pitter, Twitter. Otaku been disappearing from Akiba. One has noticed. Just freaking out. LOL. Hasn't gone down one bit. Where's the other people I meet at the GameStop are all missing. Could have been moving. Got lives that quickly. They mentioned there's many people in the maid cafes. Some weird's going down. God, talk about mediocrity. It's supposed to be... Pixar didn't happen. Yep, I've seen that term before. I believe people got missing. Tengu. Don't want to get hurt. God, how long does this go on? I know it's supposed to present bits of backstory for just what's going on. God, it's like reading YouTube comments. Of course, you have people like that. Yeesh. I hate reading YouTube comments and stuff like that. Ugh. It just makes me feel less and less for society in general. So it's like humanity's going down the shithole. I'm not that pessimistic, but some days I am. Some days. Da 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 da. Freedom Fighter headquarters. And they call these people shut-ins. They don't look like shut-ins. They don't dress like shut-ins. I'm known shut-ins. MOGRA. Mission successful. We did it.
Is this MOGRA?
I wonder what that's short for. My massive, openly gamer-related articles. I assume she's the maid. One of the maid works at the maid cafe.
Oh, is it really you?
You've been gone for 3 whole days, man. Where you been?
Ah, the creepy old man who sticks to his nerdery without actually growing up a bit. Not that you can't keep your nerdery, but they like some old people just stop at a point and don't keep going. You're just like, oh, you're weird.
The hell were you thinking, disappearing like that? I thought for sure you'd been kidnapped.
He sounds like the heavy otaku there. He's got posters, and girl shirts, or cute little girly mascot shirts on.
And what's with the high-quality 3D next to you? Something smells real fishy here.
Is that supposed to be a take on Hatsune Miku or something? Saved my life, we're dating. Oh yeah, I can tell you were real. Oh yeah, I can tell you were real worried.
So you did get yourself caught up in something dangerous. I knew it.
Oh, okay, that voice actor is familiar. I'm not sure what type of nerd he is, but how can I possibly explain this to them? Maybe he's your typical
You
math nerd
serious?
or something like that, or science
Man, I
nerd.
never would have guessed all those rumors floating around Akiba were actually true.
Actually, this guy's voice actor sound. I guess we're finally getting to the recognizable voice actors now.
What, you mean you haven't heard them? There've been like a million clips about it. People getting kidnapped, turned into monsters, then terrorizing the locals.
See, doesn't this just tell you folks how silly a thing Twitter is?
Yeah,
When
that's...
people mock it.
They steal life energy from people. In other words, they drain their vitality, effectively killing all enthusiasm and zeal.
So what you're saying is those recent news reports of people being discovered in deeply lethargic states.
It's because they've been attacked by these synthesters?
Are those guys twins? Because their design looks very
I'm
similar.
afraid so.
I think I understand.
Or brothers, maybe?
This is one of those truth is stranger than fractions things, right?
Oh, she's there.
That
of
would be
course.
fiction, Cotty. Truth is stranger than fiction.
So let me get this straight. You go off to apply for some shady as hell job where your employer somehow drugs you and turns you into a monster? And nothing
That's pretty
leading up to
straightforward.
that set off a red flag. You are seriously the world heavyweight champion of dumbass.
Come on, Toko,
Apparently
he's
so.
been through enough already.
Okay, I just noticed the two last names of those guys there. They're definitely brothers or twins. I was like, their designs are so similar. They can't be that lazy in the design.
Getting lured in by LE swag makes total sense, considering who we're talking about.
Apparently I'm the figurine nerd or something. Yeah, I was a victim of circumstance. I'm a sucker for a pretty figurine. Materialism is an alluring mistress. Yeah, I was a victim of
Oh,
circumstance.
for the love of... Do you even comprehend how much trouble you've caused everyone? You don't exist in a vacuum, you know.
I yield, I repent my transgressions. Can you see it in your heart to forgive me? Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
So ignoring these two for the moment, I believe introductions are in order. I'm Yuto Tachibana. May I have your name as well?
Mine is Shizuku. Shizuku Tokikaze.
We call ourselves the Akiba Freedom Fighters. Together, we voluntarily patrol the streets of Akihabara, keeping an eye out for trouble. He's one of us as well, and this bar serves as our base of operations.
That's right. And I'm one of the central figures in our illustrious group. Name's Kaito Tachibana, and the pleasure's mine. As you might have figured out, I'm Yuto's older twin brother. Best way to tell us apart? I'm the one with all the ideas.
I had a feeling that they were twins, but sometimes brothers can be very similar looking without being twins.
Is one of those ideas being out of school and unemployed?
You shut up! You shut up and you die! Little brothers can't show up big brothers. It's against the rules.
Yes, that's enough now. I'm Kati Raikkonen. I blew on in from Finland to Japan so I could see and do its cool bizdy culture.
She's Finnish? Okay. She looks anime to me.
I believe what she's trying to say is that she flew here from Finland to study the cool culture of Japan.
Actually, isn't Japan one of the original pronunciations of it back in the really olden times, or that's what it was called? I think it was actually.
Name's Kihachi Sugiyama. I'm the manager of this here game bar, MOGRA, where people can knock back a few while they play these old classic arcade cabinets. Feel free to just call me Pops. Everybody else around here does.
So a game bar is an actual... Actually, I think in Tulsa, there's actually a couple of places that have old arcade cabinets and bars, but they're more like your dive bars. This looks way too nice to be a bar.
But you're welcome to call me dear sweet old man if you prefer.
Oh, that's creepy.
He's got a face fit for the FBI's most wanted list, doesn't he?
You read my mind,
Hey.
buddy.
But he's a good guy. Don't worry.
You could have said that sooner, you know.
I'm Toko Sagisaka. I grew up with this dolt, and just can't seem to get away from him, despite my best efforts. No need for formalities with me. Everybody just calls me by my first name. Incidentally, thanks for saving him.
I happened upon him during a mission. It was good fortune, nothing more.
There is one other member of our group, but she's like a rare monster spawn. She should pop eventually. Guess you'll meet her then.
So, what's the plan? Do we all pile into the police station and tell them Akiba's infested with monsters?
They'd never believe a word of it.
Why not? I mean, we can show them living proof. You're one of these synthester things now yourself, right?
No, that's no good. He'd get dissected and have weird sciencey tests run on him.
So going to the police would involve giving him up as a noble sacrifice. That sounds reasonable.
Don't even joke about that. Besides, shouldn't we be more concerned with trying to get him back to normal? I mean, if he stays like this, he'll start attacking people sooner or later, right?
That should be no concern. He will not attack others against his will, at the very least.
He won't?
Well, what do you think? You're the one in the hot seat here.
Oh no, I'm in the hot seat. Well, let's look more into this. Let's find a way to make me human again. Let me catch up all my DeviantArt anime. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I guess you did miss 3 days worth of television. Makes sense you'd want to catch up. By which I mean Toko's right. You really are a dumbass. Seriously, you make even me look upstanding.
Well, priorities, man.
There's still an awful lot I don't get, though. Like, if there's hard evidence of monsters in Akiba, shouldn't the police already be on it?
Until we're certain of that, all we can do is our duty as freedom fighters and investigate.
Oh, hey, Tokikaze, would you care to help us out with that?
What?
Well, I mean, you seem pretty familiar with these things. So come on, what do you say?
It is true that I've been researching them. But I'm being specifically targeted by them as well, and I don't wish to involve you all in my affairs.
I think that ship has already sailed.
No kidding. These creeps have already changed one of our guys into some kind of freaky vampire. So yeah, if you can help with that, we ain't gonna stop you.
All right.
Okay then, perfect. Shizuku, please write your name and cell phone number in the group registry.
Cell phone? I'm sorry, I don't have one of those.
That's rather unusual in this day and age, but if you don't have a cell number, your email address will do just fine.
Well...
Sounds like you're a tough one to get a hold of. I guess it would be kind of awkward to ask for your home number, huh?
Actually, I haven't been home in quite some time. There were problems.
Seriously? So you're an honest-to-goodness real-life runaway, all mired in melodrama?
I didn't run away exactly, and I do have a place to stay. A place with plenty of manga. They even have a shower there.
Don't tell me you're staying in a manga cafe.
Do you not have anywhere else to go? Seems you've got some heavy stuff going on.
Pops, you know, the upstairs here is all stark and bare and empty.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think we got some bedding squirreled away around here too. What do you say, Shizuku? If you like, you're free to stay on the second floor here for a spell.
And we won't take no for an answer. Meeting you like this feels like it's gotta be more than a coincidence. Know what I mean?
Having you around can only be to our benefit if we're to continue studying these monsters. It would seem to be a win for all parties.
Then we all agree! The Akiba Freedom Fighters have a new member! 3 cheers! Bob Om!
It's a ba-bomb! Ba-bomb. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell into the mic.
I haven't agreed to anything.
That sounds like it's gonna really catch on my voice recording. Oh, please don't go, please don't go. Congrats, Freedom Fighter. Please for me. Congrats, Freedom Fighter!
Thank you for having me.
Didn't mean to cut. I have no idea what she said in the previous one. Sorry. Probably more like, I don't know, but, you know.
Okay, so here we freedom fighters stand, in the midst of a maelstrom. You said you fought some of these things already, but aside from that, you ever done any real hand-to-hand combat?
I was forced to the fires Toko's wrath. I can hold my own in fighting games. I can argue with the best of them. I like that one.
No, I'd say even in the realm of verbal combat, you fall a bit short.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, your sister beat you there every time.
See, I'm getting a little worried now. Hey, I know. A friend of mine runs a coliseum in Akiba. Or a battle arena, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Might be a good place to get yourself caught up on the basics of combat. You want, I'll introduce you.
For real? What kind of person is this? Who the hell runs a battle arena in Akiba?
I've only heard of Battle Area Toshinden
Just
before.
a martial arts nut I know who found herself managing the place, that's all. But she doesn't let just anyone step into the ring. You gotta pass some kind of test first or something. I'll give her a call and let her know what's up. So you better get going. Oh,
That's probably where we learn about combos and stuff.
A little extra training can't hurt any, right?
I think Toko should go with. She can probably force your way in there, no problem. Test be damned.
Watch your tongue. I am a dainty and respectable lady. You got that? Seriously, rude much?
Tell your
not a bad
friends when
idea,
they start
though.
mocking each other.
So whom will you escort to the arena? Shizuku or Toko?
Who's Kaidi again? Is Kaidi the Russian or Finnish chick? Yeah. I guess it just depends on who your partner is when you're running around with you. So you can choose the parasol girl, you can choose your aggressive friend, or you can choose random foreign lady. I don't even know why. I might choose her just because that's an option. Yeah, let's say that.
Huh? You want to go with me?
I just want to see what she can do.
I guess I can drag along, but I can't fight, you know. All I can do is cheer for you.
Yeah, you know, Blood Bowl has cheering, and that does something.
The battle arena is on the other side of Main Street and right past Junk Street.
The only bad thing is I think I've chosen the most annoying person to follow me.
Let's get the pedal to the go!
And I'm talking about the voice actress, and I'm not saying the voice actress is bad, but I think they gave her the direction to be high-pitched. And in Japan, being high-pitched is, I guess, somewhat sexy, but to me, it just gets in your ears. It just...
Knock him dead!
It just, like, jabs it. It's like a pin just being bashed into your eardrums. And change your partner. You can change partners by talking to the person you wish to accompany in MOGRA. Always be able to select the most suitable person to your desired ending. Ah, I see. So there is a different endings type of thing. I thought there was, but... do you have a moment? I can't do the voice actress's voice, so... Voice actor's voice. I was wondering if there's anyone you had your eyes on. I'm fairly perceptive in matters of the heart, so I can tell you which of the many girls in your life think of you. Please feel free to ask me of an update any time. Now, it kind of makes you... If there's a female version of this character, I wonder how that plays. If there is. As you continue during the conversation and choices... okay, it's one of those. I didn't know if the conversation was important. I guess it is in some regards. Which in turn may affect the story's outcome, so be sure to check back with me from time to time and always think before you speak. Now, I'm not going to be... Just to let you folks know, I'm not going to replay the game multiple times to get all the endings. I may do that like on, if I really like the game by the end of it, I may do that on my free time, but I won't actually replay the game again. So I'm just gonna play as is, and if I get an ending, I'm not gonna go for anything specific. I'm just gonna go what I'm really feeling at the time. So, you know, so that may change depending on who's introduced and so forth and so on. Anyway, in the next episode of Akiba Trip, Undressed and Undead, or I mixed it up, well, we gotta go fight and learn how to fight so we can kick all the asses of all these like really weird, well-made vampires. Alright, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next part.